it's Trina and I've got a book haul today. My birthday was last month and a lot of the things that were sent to me or that I got for myself were actually May releases, so I waited to do this until now. And I'm also going to be including just some books that I've recently acquired since my last book haul, which was way back in January. And I think a lot of you guys know this if you know me, or you can probably figure it out just by seeing the books that I show in my videos. Most of the books I read I get from the library. I just don't buy books very often, so I haven't found the need to do book hauls very often, but I am planning to do a library checkouts haul pretty recently. I'm waiting on a couple of things to come in that I'm really excited about, so keep an eye out for that. And let's get into the birthday stuff, and we're going to start out with a couple of bookish items. The first item I'm going to show you is actually this little ring here. My husband got this for me. It's just a little metal wraparound ring that says bookworm on it, and there's a little imprint of a book on the inside. He just saw it and thought of me, thought it was cute. For my birthday we do a lot of other things, but this was just the only bookish item that I felt fit in with this haul, so there you go. I think it's really cute. My friend Kayla Rain sent me a Bookish Print. It's a Lord of the Rings print with cats as the book characters, and the quote is, "A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to." And there's a little cat Frodo and cat Gandalf, Lord of the Rings and cats. It's so perfect for me. I love it so much. Thank you, Kayla. And by the way, if I mention any booktubers or any of the books that I mention, I'll have links to those down below so that you can find them easily if you want to. Next up, I got a little care package from Sarah Ella, and she gave me these three things. She got me a Disney princess coloring book, which is awesome, and the first thing I did was I had to find the pages of Ariel because Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. She got me these little like travel book plates. It just has a bunch of different stickers in here. Some of them say where you can fill out the name of the main character or like where the book is set, and then there's a nameplate so you can put who the book belongs to in case you like loan it out, and just some blank ones where you can take notes. And the book that she sent me was In a Handful of Dust by Mindy McGinnis, which completes my Mindy McGinnis book collection. And this book is the sequel to Not a Drop to Drink. This is a YA post-apocalyptic survival duology. I absolutely love it. These are some of my favorite books of all time, and a lot of people ask me, is the sequel as good as the first book? Is it worth reading? And my answer is, I think this is my favorite of all of Mindy's 3 books that are out right now. This one explores the world so much, so I definitely would recommend checking out the sequel if you liked the first book. And it's actually really funny because my friend Becca also sent me a copy of this book. They just really knew what books to give me, but when Becca found out that I had 2 copies, she returned hers, and instead she got me a copy of The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the 4th and final book in the Raven Cycle series, which is a YA supernatural kind of adventure series, and Becca has recently gotten into the series and known that I'm into it too, so she bought us both copies of this one, and I'm currently reading it. I'm so ecstatic. Becca also sent me a copy of The Crown by Kira Cass. We read these basically together, so she's like my selection buddy, and this is a YA dystopian romance series, heavier on the romance than the dystopian, and there are 5 books, and this is the final one. I like these books. There ain't nothing wrong with liking some fluffy, feel-good books that you don't gotta think too hard about, and I love this series because of that. So thank you, Becca, for sending me this book. I'm excited to read it and discuss it with you. Becca sent me a 3rd book, and that is Wild Swans by Jessica Spotswood, and she for sure is the person that got me into Jessica Spotswood's books. She got me into Born Wicked like several years ago. I really thought I wasn't gonna like that series, and she was like, no, you should read it, and I loved it. Wild Swans is her latest. This is a YA contemporary novel about a girl who, her family has this curse on the females. Like, they all tend to die young, like her mother and her aunts and stuff. I don't know what the premise of it is. I think there is a romance involved. This is one of my highly anticipated releases of the year because of the author, so thank you for this one too, Becca. I've got another Jessica Spotswood book that was sent to me by my friend Caitlin at the channel Book Chats, and that is A Tyranny of Petticoats, and she actually got this one signed for me. And this one is a collection of short stories, and they all focus on like kick-butt women throughout history, and Jessica Spotswood is the author that put this together. She edited this, and she does have a story in here, so I was really looking forward to this one too. And Caitlin also got me a little print of the artwork that goes along with the characters in each of the stories. Thank you so much, Caitlin. This really made my day to receive this package. Thank you! I should have put that there from the start. Continuing on with the Jessica Spotswood theme of this book haul, I picked up a copy for myself of Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. This was her first book. This is book number 1 in the Cahill Witch Chronicles trilogy. This is a YA historical fantasy kind of romance in there too, with a lot of feminist elements. It was only $4, and for this cover, which is like the old cover, so it's harder to find, but this is the one that I wanted. So I saw it for $4. That includes like shipping and tax and everything, and I was like, I gotta have that. I also grabbed myself a copy of A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas, which is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Too many words. I don't know how to talk about this because I know people hate it, but I don't, and I want to know what happens. I feel like if you like these books or you hate these books, you are screwed either way for having an opinion, so I have it, and think of me what you will. A few months back, I was gifted a copy of The Assassin's Blade by my husband just because I was having a hard time. There's a certain period of January that just hits me really hard every year, and he just went onto my Amazon wish list and found a book that he recognized because I own the rest of the series and I didn't own this one. This is the collection of novellas that goes along with the Throne of Glass series, so now my Throne of Glass series collection is complete, and I have already read these prequels, so that's the second Sarah J Maas book in this haul, which that's all there are. There aren't any more. And then I was sent a copy from Rebecca at Why Mermaids of Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. She just had an extra copy of this and she knew that I had wanted to read it, so she said, do you want this copy? And I was like, sure. And she and I are going to be buddy reading this one together this month because neither of us has read this yet, and it has been out for months. This is kind of a spin-off of the fanfiction aspects to her book Fangirl, and this is her first attempt at writing fantasy, so I am really looking forward to it because I have liked everything else that Rainbow has written. Back in February, I went to a book signing for V.E. Schwab for her A Gathering of Shadows, so I picked up a copy of this book there at that bookstore to get it signed. I think it's signed. It better be because I stood in that line. Yes, it is. This is her sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, which is an adult fantasy series about parallel worlds, and I have not read this one yet, even though I was highly looking forward to it. I just don't have times for all the books. I don't know why times was plural. And the last book here is one that I really looked out with getting, and that is a copy of The Near Witch, also by Victoria Schwab. This is her first book, and it is no longer in print, so it's extremely difficult to find copies of this anymore, but I actually have a friend, and she just did an unhaul of a lot of her books, and she asked me if I wanted anything, and I saw this in the stack, and I was like, how did you come into possession of this book? Because, like, I need to read that one. It is so hard to find, so of course I snatched it up. And so I got this one signed as well, and I probably offended her by telling her my friend didn't want your book, but I grabbed it. So hopefully she knows that it was just me being super excited to have a copy of it because, like, it's lovely and I really want to read everything by her, and I hope that wasn't offensive by saying my friend doesn't care, because I care a lot and I told my friend she was missing out. But this one was given to me by my friend Samantha, who you guys have seen me do a Twilight video with before. What is happening with this stack of books? Oh my god. It hurts. So these are the books that I have gotten recently, and if you want to know any more about them, like if I just failed at covering these synopses, then just ask me down below and I would love to tell you more down there. If you've read any of them, you can let me know what you thought about them, or just whatever you want to comment on if you want to comment at all, because you don't have to do that, and I am probably stuck where I'm sitting right now. Let me know down below what the last book you acquired was. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the comments.